Ladies
Hi,
and
everyone.
gentlemen, welcome to the after show brought to you by the good folks at Google Play. I am Will Neff, and I am joined by the amazing, the incredible Miss Gina Darling. Hey, Gina, how you doing?
I'm good, Will. It's been a while. How you been?
I've been well. I'm glad that we wore our matching outfits. We look good. Yours looks a little bit better than mine. I'm like a fat guy in a little coat in this thing, but had to dress the
Yeah,
part.
dude. Your arms are bursting out of those things. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, Gina, we're going to launch right into our first little segment here because he's fresh off the stage. We have Jeff, the man of the hour. We're going to bring him in and we're going to talk to him about what you just saw at the Game Awards. We have Jeff right now.
Hi,
Hey
Jeff.
guys, how are you?
Jeff,
Great.
how you doing, man?
Congratulations
You
on
must be
another.
buzzing.
Congratulations on another wonderful Game Awards.
Thank you. Yeah, just off stage, but we feel relatively good about it. It's always hard to know since we're busy on stage. I don't quite know what the internet thinks of it, but yeah, we were proud of it. It was a fun show. A lot of different games. We celebrate a lot of games we announced. So yes, we're feeling good, but it's a weird feeling because you spend a whole year building it, and it's literally like 10 minutes ago was finished. So did you guys like it? What did you think?
Oh,
Loved it.
look, Jeff. Listen. You owe me a new set of lashes because the way I was screaming and crying and sweating. Okay, for the Kojima announcement. Oh, I sweated through my shirt, Jeff. My goodness. And I can tell you right now that judging by chat and everyone that was watching, everyone loved the show.
Thank you. Yeah, the Kojima thing was fun. We really wanted to kind of, make people think it was going to be Death Stranding, and then kind of make a bit of a switch there, which was fun. So yeah, many months of work to kind of pull together some of the moments in the show. But yeah, we were really proud. I think what I loved about this show is that we had lots of big creators, Monster Hunter, Mr. Kojima, of course, but then lots of cool independent studios. I hope people that watch the show discovered like new games they didn't know existed that they're excited to put on a wish list or explore. So yeah, it was a fun show for us to put that all together, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's your baby, so it's hard to pick. But Jeff, if you had a highlight of the night, what was your highlight?
Wow. Well, there's so many different elements to the show. Like I thought the Alan Wake performance was incredible with the Old Gods of
Yeah.
Asgard. This with the dancers and the band and Sam Lake coming out and dancing. I thought that was like creatively was a really awesome moment for our team to pull something together of that scale. We've never done anything with dancers and pyro and all those things and the whole cast there. So that was really special. Announcement wise, yeah, I mean it's hard to pick a favorite because there was the diversity of things is something we really try and think about of different styles of games. So like Big Walk, the new game from the guys that did Untitled Goose Game, that was really fun. But then you have
Yep.
God of War, DLC coming out next week, which is amazing. And I think if you check the PlayStation blog, they'll probably tell you a little bit more about that. But it's quite a game that they put together there. The fact that it's free is insane. So that was big. Yeah, the Kojima announcement obviously was really cool with OD. Him and Jordan teaming up with that insane cast and Hunter Schafer and Sophia and Udo. So that was great. Light No Fire, the new game from Hello Games, creators of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
That's amazing that the independent team made that title, which was awesome. So yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite, but I really yeah, and I don't know. But part of me is like I always have to read the chat and go through the forums, and that's what I do this weekend is kind of really seeing what other people think because we kind of build this show in a vacuum and we don't really know what everyone's looking forward to in the show. And then, so hopefully people liked it. And I'm glad you're the first people I've talked to outside of my team. So I'm glad to hear you liked
Oh
it.
man, happy to get you hot off
What
the
an
stage.
honor. Yeah. Now,
It's funny in my prompter I have when do you start planning for the next Game Awards? But you've already told us you've already started planning. You already got the location picked out and everything.
Yeah. I mean, people don't realize something like the Game Awards. It takes almost a year to put together. I mean, even securing the venue, like we have to do that about a year in advance because it takes us almost 2 weeks to build out the show and make it, build the set. So it's not just something we kind of show up in the morning and do it. So yeah, we already announced a date, which is December 12th next year. So yeah, I mean, planning in some ways starts now. We take a bit of a break and have like Summer Game Fest and other things we'll do next year. But yeah, Game Awards is our biggest project all year, and yeah, it's an honor to do it. It's our 10th anniversary next year, which I'm so grateful that we get to do the show. And we're now curious about what the reaction was from fans. What the sentiment is, like what do people think of the show. I put a poll up on my Twitter, so go vote, tell us sort of what you think of the show. And we're always trying to refine it. And some people will say, this game wasn't there, why wasn't it there, it wasn't ready, and it's like they're always the games that you want there that aren't there. And people always have comments about which which category did we present? How did this go? Or it's like there's always feedback, and I super value the feedback. There are a lot of different individuals and groups and people that have different opinions on the show, and it's like we take it all in and we just try and do the best job we can. And some people will love it, some people will hate it, some people will I don't know. It's definitely it's a long weekend project to read all the feedback on the internet, but I try and read most of it.
Speaking of reactions from all the viewers and all the fans, which outcome do you think people will be talking about for days after the show?
Well, award wise, it was an interesting show. Baldur's Gate, I mean, got an incredible number of awards across the show. Neil winning for performance, obviously Game of the Year, but they won our Player's Voice Award, they won RPG, a number of other categories, so that was certainly great. And I'm trying to think of like the most kind of unexpected win. I don't know what was sort of. I mean, it was such a great year across the board. It was nice to see like Zelda win something. It was nice to see Alan Wake win things. It was such a competitive year. Even what was nominated, that was sort of controversial in a way, because it's like, how do you whittle it down to 5 or 6 games? And now what wins? I'm sure people have opinions on all sides around it. But I don't know if there was one category that was necessarily a shocker per se, because everything in a lot of those categories was really good this year.
I was really excited to see Hi-Fi Rush take one.
Yeah,
awesome game.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I know you're a busy man, and this is your night, and I know your head is swimming, so we're going to say goodbye to you and let you go enjoy the rest of your evening. But thank you so much for stopping by. Where can we stay up to date with Game Awards news? Where is the best place to stay up to date with what's happening for the next Game Awards? I know this is early, but
we gotta rest. But obviously just follow us on social media, and we'll be able to kind of give people updates. But yeah, we have the date for next year, which we typically don't announce it this early, but I was like, all right, let's just get it out there since we know what it is. We'll rest for a little bit, and please send us feedback. I mean, Twitter or X is probably the best way to kind of come back and give us feedback on sort of what people think of the show. I put a poll up, as I said, so I really do value the feedback from everyone. I know people watching the show, really care about the show, care about the industry and how it's represented to the wider world, and that's like an obligation we take on. And as I said, there's always, everyone has an opinion about like how many awards do you show versus how many world premieres, and it's the balance of everything. So yes, there's lots of ways to get in touch with us, and I look forward to the feedback. And thanks to you guys for doing the post show. I will look forward to seeing what else you got for us tonight.
No,
Awesome.
Thank you so much, and you absolutely go and take that well-deserved rest. Congratulations again for another incredible Game Awards, and for those of you at home, make sure you check out that poll. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thanks, Jaina. Thanks, Will. Take care.
Adios.
Take care. Man, the man himself, the man and the wonder. Now, we're going to be covering all of our favorite moments of the 2023 Game Awards, and we want to know what you guys think too. So chat, let us know. Because like I said earlier, Will, the amount of sweat
I know
and tears when Kojima walked out. And the man didn't just walk out of like stage left. He came out of the PT door to Trent Reznor playing. Oh my God, I was running around my house. I screamed, I called everyone, because if you guys know me, you know that I love Kojima. What did you think about the announcement?
Oh man, I was so juiced because when I first saw him, I was like, all right, here we go. We're gonna get information about the new Death Stranding, and then for it to be a new title and for Jordan Peele to come out to I got 5 on it was so hype. Yeah, here's that moment right now. Coming out of the door.
Please welcome the visionary game developer behind OD, Mr. Hideo Kojima.
The red shoes.
He's got the biggest brooch I've ever seen. Yeah, holy smokes.
Yeah, the biggest brooch.
Welcome, Mr. Kojima, back to the Game Awards.
What an entrance.
Thank you, Jeff. 10回目となる記念すべきこの TGA で、新作のゲーム OD。
Oh, I didn't even notice the brooch is the Kojima Studios logo.
ゲームには、ソフィア・リリスと、ハンター・シェーファーとウドキアさんが出演されます。はい。
This is a pen.
Glad to be at the 10th Game Awards. Really happy to show the new title OD, and this title will feature main role Sophia Lillis, Hunter Schafer.
I want
and
that
Udo
brooch
Kier.
so bad, Will. I want it so
I think
bad.
we all want to know
It's so
more, of
cool.
course. What kind of game are you making, Mr. Kojima?
僕はその誰もがやったこともないような、斬新なことに挑戦することを非常に大好きなんですけども、Xbox ゲームスタジオの力を借りまして、彼らのクラウド技術を使って、全く新しい
Yeah, I'd also like to see the game trailer again. It really didn't give us too much, but obviously from what he said, you know, and what we've seen of Hideo is he's going to try and break, you know, barriers and do something new in gaming. So he almost kind of insinuated that this was like a mix between a gaming experience and a narrative experience. But the trailer really didn't give us anything in classic kind of Kojima style.
Kojima
we
standard
know
style, yeah.
nothing. Yeah, we know nothing about this game at all.
But God, is it beautiful.
Also, getting him to do a horror game again for the first time since, you know, his little playable demo that never became a game, a game that shall not be named.
I know people have been dying for it, and he did mention that there are other people that he's collaborating with, so I'm wondering if he's going to bring back any faces that we've seen before or some exciting new faces.
Yeah, the term he used was the Avengers. He's put together his own Avengers team, and I'm really excited to see who that is because he's such a Giga nerd, right? Like even Snake is a reference to Snake Plissken in Escape New York, which is like such a, you know, like a B movie. So who knows who his Avengers are?
It's officially called OD, or who knows, he might change it to something else, and this is just a temporary name placement. But with Kojima,
OD.
who knows what he's going to do? Who knows what he's up to? Nobody ever knows until I feel like the day that the game drops and you play it.
Do you think that's a little reference to PT? Do you think that's a little nod to like, hey, you're finally going to get that horror game that I promised you like over a decade ago that you never got?
I think so, for sure. And especially because he did walk out of the PT door.
Yeah.
So it has to be. So I'm now wondering, because I remember it being rumored, what was it? Guillermo del Toro was involved. And
Norman Reedus
well, you know
was the
this.
actor.
Norman Reedus. And then you know this, the horror comic book creator in Japan, Junji Ito, was rumored to be involved, and I really hope that he's bringing that crew back together, because if that's the case,
Junji would definitely be an Avenger. That would be very cool.
Oh my God. I really hope they're gonna be a part of it, because I am not great at horror games, but for Kojima, I will follow him to the end of the earth. Actually, speaking of following Kojima, it's not a PlayStation exclusive, it's Xbox, which had a lot of people very surprised.
Yeah. Who knows? We will see, though. We have so little detail on that game. Moving over from a game we have very little detail about to a game that we have very much detail about, and that is coming out before Christmas. Do you want to talk about God of War Ragnarok Valhalla?
Oh God, yeah. Let's take a look at that announcement, because if you miss this, we have the clip. Don't worry. I love hearing the cheers from the crowd. It gets me every time.
Nothing of this place.
Oh, nothing that would help us.
Shout out to Santa Monica Studio, doing great things yet once again.
Myself.
Tell me, brother, why exactly are we doing this?
Ugh.
Must face this.
I love that they had Christopher Judge come out to announce this too. What a titan of a man.
Yeah. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. So I'm juiced about this because it has a roguelike mode, and I am kind of a roguelike junkie. While I was watching the Game Awards, I was playing Binding of Isaac on my Steam Deck, and I just love the idea of taking a game that I love and kind of adding an element of, you know, that roguelike, die, start over, have a good run, have a bad run. This is going to be awesome, and we can play it so soon.
Yeah, December 12th. So that's what, in 5 days? Absolutely badass for them to just
Mhm.
drop it right then and there. And the crowd went crazy. And it's so funny because I noticed that the one of the loudest cheers that I heard was when Hello Kitty Island Adventure was announced as a nominee.
Lot of Hello Kitty Island Adventure stands in the audience. I think that was all Timothy Charlemagne. I hear he plays a lot of Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's like his go-to. That's his daily gamer.
Um, and that wasn't the only exciting announcement. Will, you mentioned this earlier, and I agree with you, but Wukong looks sick.
Yeah, so Wukong is a game that has been, we've seen it coming for a long time. We've seen different gameplay demos and people have even gotten their hands on it and got to play with it a little bit. And it just is one of those games that the first time I saw it, like I think almost 3 years ago, I couldn't believe that it was real. It looks so awesome. I was like, there's no way that this is gonna, turn out. A lot of times games that are so hyped when they are first leaked, you're like, yeah, there's no way. But Wukong just consistently seems to look beautiful and be coming together. And now we get the trailer with, the American voice actors in it for the first time, or the English voice actors in it for the first time. And it just looks awesome. I'd love to rewatch that trailer.
Yeah. And I'm half Chinese, so I might be a little bit biased, but I love anything with like Chinese folklore and mythology. Oh,
The art style in this game is crazy.
oh, it's stunning. Oh, I just got chills again, Will.
Want to be an immortal?
Master, are there more good folks in the world or bad?
More good, of course.
Then why is there always suffering? And why do the bad folks always win?
Because goodness without teeth punishes.
Dude, the demons all look so awesome. They look so intense.
The world with blood and grow lotuses in it. That is your destiny.
I love how overall Wukong seems to be the favorite mythological story when it comes to Chinese mythology.
Yeah, he shows up in so many different places.
Destined one who doesn't even know what he's destined for. Those old rascals, they surely know how to name.
So obviously this is going to be a Souls-like game, and I'm a big From gamer to begin with, so I'm hyped. Hopefully it lives up to the hype.
These character designs are out of this world.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, you immortals, pray enlighten me. What justifies your superiority?
Oh. What a giant snapping turtle?
Yeah. It's definitely got that
Oh
like
my
Soulsborne feel where, the monsters are just larger than life and
Yeah.
just a series of epic boss fights.
Sweet destiny.
2024. Everything is so far away, but I can't.
I know.
Oh
Everything is years away.
my god. I have never been so scared of dying right now.
Well, chat, by the way, we do have some Ubisoft drops for you. Skull and Bones, ! Drops in chat. to get those drops. Isn't that right, Gina?
That's right. Ubisoft has Twitch drops available for today's show, where you guys can get the Video Game Awards bundle for Skull and Bones. Make sure your Twitch account and Ubisoft accounts are linked, and watch at least 15 minutes of the show. And then for more information, you can always type in !drops in the chat.
That lemur was very cute.
And then, of course, Google Play, if you guys watch the show, Google Play has created the new Play More Award to give more love to mobile gaming on the biggest game night of the year, the Game Awards. During the Game Awards Twitch stream, they asked the Twitch community to vote for the mobile game they are most excited to see come to mobile next year. And you have to stay tuned here to see which game won.
Chat, which game are you looking forward to most? I know
I'm not even going to answer that.
You're not going to answer it? Why are you not going to answer
No,
it?
because everybody knows. Everybody knows already.
Fair.
Well, I
Nice.
have half a mind right now to take off our awesome matching tuxedos to wear my Kojima shirt. But chat,
mean,
yes, what game are
could.
you looking forward to? Oh yeah, I just pulled up chat right here so we can see you guys.
The honorable mention I'd want to throw in there, I know, we're going to probably move up to our next segment, but the last thing I'd want to mention is that Sega announcement for me, a guy who's been playing video games for the better part of forever, was awesome. I'm so juiced about all the Sega remakes. I saw Crazy Taxi, I saw Golden Axe, not to mention more like Jet Grind Radio. I was absolutely pumped at the Sega announcement.
Oh, you know what? A couple of things here came to mind. I wrote this down
Sure.
beneath my giant Kojima here. I wrote this down. Blade looks incredible. I've always wanted to be the Blade Walker. And the Blood Rave? There better be a Blood Rave scene. I've been wanting to go to a Blood Rave since I was a child because of that movie.
Forever.
And then, of course, Zhao was announced, and it was a very heartfelt announcement. It was dedicated to his father. And, of course, I got really excited to see that when the Zhao trailer dropped, it said, for a slight second, it said, supported by Critical Role. I'm not biased just because I am a part of Critical Role now, but I'm really excited to see what they are supporting. So I'm really excited for
Pat
Zhao.
yourself on the back for that, girl. You can name drop a little bit, yeah.
I'm in this season of Critical Role's Candela Obscura. Come say hi to Madame Glask. Thank you. Well, I think you would love my character too. I own a casino.
That's your dream. That's your IRL dream, really.
Yes, that's been my dream. And then, of course, the Dave the Diver Dredge. I just recently got into Dave the Diver. So I'm really excited to see what Dredge is all about. But before we go too crazy into it, we can talk about this forever. We do have a guest joining us.
We do.
I'd like to, everyone, please join us in welcoming our co-host for our next part here, Cup of Noodles.
Hey, hello.
Woo.
Hi, how you doing?
What's up, Cubs?
I'm good. I mean, it feels like we wait all year for the Game Awards, and then after about 20 minutes, that's it, right? And now we're just it goes by so fast. But for what it's worth, great show.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas, morning where you wake up and open your presents and then have a delayed gratification of a year to be able to play with them, right?
It'll hit you later, right? Like that was such a great moment. The recap, will never get to go through everything, but it'll come back.
Yeah. What were some of your favorite moments, Cups? What are you excited about?
I'm so happy for Alan Wake and Remedy, and
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate did what it was supposed to do. It did what I expected it to do, and I was just keeping my fingers crossed because I'm like, horror games we really don't get to talk about as much as I would like to. So in order to see, Remedy, and after Alan Wake was 2010, so for them to come back with a sequel and for it to be really good, and then Old Gods of Asgard came out, and if you played Alan Wake 2, I feel like you should remember that moment. So it was pretty dope. I'm happy for him. Zelda got a win. Mario Wonder got theirs. And surprisingly, the only thing that kind of shocked me was Spider-Man. I think that was the only, right?
Yeah.
That was probably the biggest shock for me. I'm like, Hi-Fi got their love. I think the Spider-Man, that was a shock.
Yeah.
as a massive, and we were talking about this earlier, I'm a massive Baldur's Gate fan, but Alan Wake did take home Best Narrative, which pushed me to actually. I've been wanting to try to play the game, and I think that did it for me. I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was great, but much like you, I never played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm sorry, y'all remember me different, but I did say if it wins Game of the Year, I'm gonna boot it
play it.
up. And
Mm-hmm.
I knew it when I said it. Like, girls, just get ready to get the game, right? So it is time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. I look forward to it because everyone that I know who's played it, they're on like their 5th playthrough. So it has to be great, right? It has to be.
Yeah. Shout out
Mhm,
to all my
mhm.
bards out there if you guys are there. What's up? Now there something incredible happened that I want to take a look at this epic moment during the show where Google and Samsung took over Sphere in honor of the Game Awards. I wish I was there to see it in person. Let's take a look.
Lariat. Let's take a look now at this spectacular celebration of mobile gaming on Sphere from Google and Samsung.
It's so wild that like this actually happened in Vegas. This was on the Sphere, but like it doesn't look real. Like
Yeah.
the Sphere is so surreal to me, just as something to look at.
I just
Yeah,
want
it's
to
pretty
know how
dope.
much it would cost for me to put my face on the Sphere.
a
Are you gonna be jumping out of it like that too? Because I mean,
I just want my face just uncomfortably large for everyone to see.
better part of like 10 minutes. Yeah, I went to-
saw. Go on.
Go ahead, Gina.
I saw Sphere in person. Actually, last week I've been back and forth a couple times, and I'm always so excited to see the big yellow face because it's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, the wake up clock.
hmm
Very cool. But yeah,
And then-
I couldn't believe that was real the first time I saw it. It looks so surreal, and you know, I'll be playing Clash on my Fold 5 at some point later.
Now, Google actually powers the Samsung Fold 5, which hold on. Look at this. Look, hold on. I gotta y'all. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Look, I have one right here. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
But I hold on. I also listen. This is very important. All right, this is
Wait,
very
is that the
important.
photo we're gonna put on the
listen.
Sphere?
Yeah, like that's the photo we're gonna put in the Sphere. And I've been messing with this phone because it's unreal how like it folding it
Yeah.
is kind of
it's the
you know,
fold
I'm
that
not
got
used
me.
to it. I'm not used to it, but damn, I'm convinced.
I'm a big fan of talking on speakerphone like this and then saying something dramatic and hanging up by folding it and be like, "Sell everything, I'll bury you." And then snapping it, and then there's something so like tactile about that feeling.
It feels better, you know, when you're angry.
Yeah. It's just a satisfying way to hang up a call. I miss that, like, whoosh.
The sound that it takes you back to a simpler time, you know,
Simpler. Yep.
a simpler time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you know, like when we say hang up the phone, we used to have to actually hang it up on something.
You
Kids these
make
days
that
don't
sound
know
so
that.
prehistoric, right? Like we actively had to hang up the phone.
Back
You
to the
had
late
physically put it
1900s.
down, right?
Back in the late 1900s, we actually had to hang it up. All right, you kids.
Right
know
after the
nothing.
rotary phone, we had to still close phones. Yeah. But I'm really excited to, I'm excited to play Honkai Star Rail, which won, I'm pretty sure, Mobile Game of the Year, right? My friend Tectone plays a lot of Honkai, and he says I always got to get into it. So now I got to give it a dance, got to give it a spin. I'm looking forward to playing it on my Fold.
And Google Play has tons of games to choose from, including the games you voted for in the Play More Award tonight. Thank you so much once again to Google Play for bringing more mobile into the Game Awards. Now we're going to talk about. Listen, so many amazing awards went out tonight, but we're going to talk about Game of the Year, Best Performance, Best Adaptation, and of course, Best VR AR. Which, by the way, I just want to say, whoever decided to bring horror games into VR AR, you're evil. You are evil. Jail immediately. Okay? How dare you? I do want to talk about the big one first and foremost. Game of the year, and the nominees were Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Superman, or sorry, Spider-Man. Marvel, hello? Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Hello? Resident Evil 4, Super Mario's Wonder, and of course, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And I mean, it was not a surprise at all that Baldur's
No.
Gate 3 took it home. Well deserved. Congratulations to Larian Studios.
I honestly, I mean, I don't mean to glaze this game too much, but I would say that I've played almost every one of these games and they are all incredible. And I would say any other year I've watched the Game Awards, any one of them could have won. But this year, in my opinion, Baldur's Gate was so far and away the best game. When I was playing Baldur's Gate, I just kept questioning like if what I was doing was possible. It felt so expansive and so endless, and the choices that I could make in the game were so ridiculous and profound and game altering. And everyone I talked to had a completely unique experience within this hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay. And even after it came out, Larian was so active about fixing and tailoring and improving the experience to the point where I have new content to play after finishing the game a month ago than, you know, from now, which is so impressive that they got done with 6 years of work and immediately went into you know, fixing it even more. And I got to tell you, if he wore a suit of armor to the Game Awards and didn't win, it would have been the saddest moment in history if he had to just sit there in that suit of armor all night. So thank God Larian won that Game of the Year award, if not for the fact that they've made probably the best game of the decade.
That is the CEO of Larian Studios, Swen. Congratulations to him and the whole entire team. Yeah, I saw that right in the beginning, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely Baldur's Gate. It has to be. I mean, who else would it be? It really is such a phenomenal game. It's shot right up there to being my #1 favorite game ever. And it's so hard to beat that in my list of games, but it's so insanely well deserved. I spent 109 hours on the first half of the first act alone and restarted the game 6 times, and I can still restart the game so many times. Cup of Noodle, listen, now that you said that you're going to play.
One thing I want to say about Baldur's Gate, and I don't know if you had this experience, but I have to mention it before it goes on, is so many games now are tailored to a single player narrative experience, which is great. And Baldur's Gate has that. But the fact that you can experience this game on your own or play it couch co-op with someone else, basically, and have a completely different experience where you're taking your own paths, talking to your own people, making your own decisions that affect the other person playing the game. That is such a unique, like, element, and it's such a throwback to like the way I used to play Dungeons and Dragons as a pimple-faced kid in my basement, and it was just I can't say enough good things about Baldur's Gate 3.
Cup of Noodle, you got to get in on that. And when you
I look forward to it. Y'all, everyone, I'm telling you, I know I'm in the minority. Chat, remember me different, but I'm gonna lead with honesty. I haven't done it, but I do look forward to it. And then you say couch co-op, that's childhood. So you don't get couch co-ops anymore. So that's pretty dope.
Just let me know when you run into a dude that can turn into a bear, but don't ask me. Don't
Gina,
see, you say that, and that provokes another question within a question. I'm never gonna leave. Okay, that's fair.
Nope. We're gonna move on and glaze over that. Don't worry. We're gonna discuss best performance now. Best performance. Now, the nominees are Ben Starr from Final Fantasy XVI, Cameron Monaghan from Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Melanie Liburd from Alan Wake 2, Neil Newbin, Baldur's Gate 3, and Yuri Lowenthal from Marvel's Spider-Man 2. And, of course, another win for Larian. Neil Newbin took it home for his role as Astarion, the hot vampire man.
You got to give it to the gay icon there. You know, Astarion is now, he is a pillar of the gay community, I would say. And you know, I mean, just such an iconic character. I think any one of those characters you really could have given it to. You know, all of the romance options I think have a special place in players' hearts. I would have probably given it to Karlach just because, you know, we have a relationship in game, but truly his performance and what he said about his performance, about how many people reached out to Larian and said, you know, I am gay or you know, poly or whatever, you know, people were playing this game and said that they were feeling seen for the first time in the game. And I think that is something really amazing that Baldur's Gate 3 did, is they had characters of all races, colors, creeds, sexual preferences, and you were able to dig in no matter who you were and feel like you had a character that related to you. So Neil Newborn really killed it in his performance of Astarion, and you know, well-deserved award.
I mean, the amount of love he's been getting online is wild. His TikTok blew up. He seems like the sweetest person ever. So congratulations once again to Neil Newbin. You absolutely deserved it, and thank you so much for bringing such an incredible character to life. Who wants nothing to do with me in the game, by the way. I have no idea why. He wants nothing to do with me. Perhaps I'm
I
too
was
good
gonna
of a
ask you,
person.
how'd you get it wrong? Okay, that's fair.
Next, let's talk about Best Adaptation. The nominees were Castlevania Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and Twisted Metal. And The Last of Us took it home. You've seen it, right, Cup of Noodle?
It's what I expected going into
Yeah.
it. Again, this year it felt like all the nominees, it's like it could go either way, right? We usually find ourselves, oh, easy, this one, right? Great adaptations this year, but The Last of Us was really, really good. But I'm curious to see what they do with the next season, because Will, you brought up some things earlier. It's gonna be interesting. The show was before Last of Us 2 came out, so we gonna see.
They started producing it, before The Last of Us 2 came out, and it was a very long and involved process. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach. You know, their first season is based on one of the most beloved games of all time, and then their latter seasons are going to be based on one of the most divisive games of all time. So it's going to be awesome to see how they approach this next major arc in The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I loved the Super Mario Brothers movie. It was great, but it wasn't a surprise that I have not ugly cried like that in so long. The episode with Bill, oh my god, my
That was so
heart
well
was
done.
shattered.
It
So
was
well done.
such a great episode. Yeah.
I never thought I would cry so hard over a strawberry. What was
Yeah.
that? Oh my
The
god.
little things at the end of the day, right? It always comes down to the little things.
I think that episode is uniquely excellent, not just because of, you know, what a great episode it is, but because of how little source material it was also based on. That relationship in the original game is so latent. They only kind of mention it for a little bit. You never get to meet one of the characters on screen alive. I don't want to give anything away, but so they took this kind of little thread that existed in the game and they pulled on it and they developed this absolutely beautiful relationship that I think is probably the crowning jewel of the series, if not one of the best episodes of television ever. And you want to talk about
Ever.
healthy gay representation in an artistic medium, probably the most like fun, but also like humanizing and real take at a homosexual couple on screen that we've had maybe ever. And it's in a video game show. So it just unreal work of television there.
Yeah. And then, of course, there was Best AR and VR Games, and the nominees were Gran Turismo 7, Humanity, Horizon Call of the Mountain, Resident Evil Village VR mode, and, of course, Synapse. And the winner was Resident Evil Village VR mode. I'm not touching that. No.
I'm very
nah.
happy about it, but I've never played an RE like VR because I'm convinced I'm just going to jump out a window. I don't think it's not gonna end well for me. I've never done it, but I was happy to see Village take something home.
I don't have
It is
enough money
terrifying.
for I don't have enough money for the therapy and the diapers that I would need to play that. I'm good. But congratulations to them. Oh my god, evil. Just jail to whoever decided that horror games is going to come to VR AR. What is wrong with you? Who hurt you?
So Gina's saying that she's gonna attempt it just for us,
Yes.
and we just gotta give
Oh.
her emotional support. We're there for you.
I think you're not supposed to vomit on Twitch because TOS. I'm about to get banned so fast, dude. So fast.
Yeah, they have a thing about fluids.
Now, once again, Google Play has created the new Play More Award to give more love to mobile gaming on the biggest gaming night of the year, which was, of course, tonight, the Game Awards. During the Game Awards Twitch stream, they asked the Twitch community to vote for the mobile game they are most excited to see come to mobile next year. So stay tuned to the post-show, this one here, to see which game won. Now, Cup of Noodle, you were fantastic, and thank you so much for hanging out with us. I will check in on you to make sure
Please
that you're
do,
playing
because
Baldur's
I'm telling
Gate.
you now, there will be questions, and I have questions for my questions. You've been warned, all right? But I do look forward to it. And if ever you end up booting up that village, I would love to watch. Let me know.
Now
Cup of Noodle, I have
accepting
one
diaper
question
donations.
for you before you go. One question for you before you go. You are someone
Yes.
who did play Baldur's Gate. What was your game of the year?
I was really happy to see Alan Wake. For me, Alan Wake 2 was great. I don't know if we're going to get another one the way it works. It'll be another 13 years until we see it again. So I'm going to take that as a win, and I'm happy to be here. But again, shout out to Zelda and Mario and Hi-Fi. And I'm still sad about Marvel. But yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Oh,
Thank you
no
so
worries. You're
much.
wonderful. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, wait, before you go, tell the folks at home where can they find you?
Oh, I think my name is somewhere. I'm just cuffing y'all. We play weird horror games on the internet, games that Gina knows better than to play. That's why she's way more smilier than me, because we make bad decisions. But I'm always chilling. Everything cup. I'm somewhere.
Thank you. Everybody say thank you to Cup of Noodle, and we'll see you later. Now, up next, we have Nevin Dravinsky, senior producer from Ubisoft, joining us to talk about the upcoming release of Skull and Bones.
Congrats on setting the release date, Nevin. Tell us
Thank
about
you very
yourself and how you
much.
got started. Oh, sorry.
Just a slight
Oh,
delay
I'm
here.
sorry. There's a little delay. I'm all messed up. Tell us about yourself and how you got started in the game industry.
Oh, how I got started in the game industry? Well, I mean, I did an internship and that turned into a career. So, it was one of those things that happened very organically, but it's been incredibly rewarding. And I think, the fact that this industry is so global and touches so many people with the, unique storylines and experiences, I'm really lucky and fortunate to be a part of it for this long.
I've been such a huge fan of Ubisoft games since before I even got into gaming, so it's wonderful to have you here. Actually, let's take a look at the trailer for everyone who missed it at home.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna buy an
Song
eye patch
is
right now.
awesome.
I'm getting an eye
Yeah,
patch.
right?
I'm on Amazon. I'm getting an eye patch right now. Ugh.
I like the Gatling cannon they had. That was cool.
Such a good song.
Juiced.
February 16th.
February 16th.
Oh my god, congratulations again, Nevin. So February 16th, how excited are you? How's the team feeling right now after that huge announcement?
Well, I mean, we're obviously very excited as well. I mean, it's been a rewarding journey for us, and look, we're at this point we're ready to share Skull and Bones with our community, and continue delivering on this unique pirate experience. But we're ready to go. We're excited, and we're happy we finally get to talk about release dates.
I don't. You know what? I don't even know if I'm allowed to ask this, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and feel free to say no. Whatever. I don't know. What are they gonna do? Fire me? Are there any little maybe Easter eggs? Something maybe something I can find on a ship or anything that you can talk about?
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes Skull and Bones interesting is that, there is this surface layer to it with, naval combat and exploration, but through that exploration, you'll find yourself experiencing things that you wouldn't have thought possible, or you take a new look on an area or river that you've been down before, and you'll see it in a different light, literally and figuratively. So, I think the game really lends itself to that idea of freedom of exploration, and the backstory of being a pirate is this freedom from tyranny and freedom from corporations and getting to chart your own adventure. And I think those are some of the things that you'll get to experience when you play.
What do you think is the best part of the gameplay of just being able to put on a pirate skin? Like, what are you most looking forward to the players to get their hands on? Is it the Navy or the navigation, or is it the cannon, warfare, or what about the game are you really excited for players to get their hands on for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on a couple things, and I really think it comes down to the world, the progression, and as you said, the naval combat. We're set in the 17th century, inspired by the golden age of piracy in the Indian Ocean, and there's this rich world where you can sail from the coasts of Africa to the East Indies. You can plunder forts, all the while you'll be hunted by pirate hunters, and you'll be finding loot, taking loot. You'll be dealing with sea monsters, ghost ships, and throughout this adventure, you're upgrading, you're progressing through our infamy system, you're gaining access to new contracts and new resources, and that's allowing you to craft new weapons, furniture, armor, bigger and better ships that play into this naval combat. And I think the naval combat is one of these things that we've doubled down on. We've done so many insider programs and user tests to really refine this system and make it something that's going to be very deep, and we're excited to see what people come up with.
That's awesome.
Uh,
Can you tell us a little bit about the multiplayer? I'm a huge multiplayer guy. I love games that I can sit down and play with my friends. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience of not just playing a pirate game, but playing it with your friends?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree, right? It's better to play with friends, and while we don't, we cater obviously to our solo players. Multiplayer and co-op is a big part of the experience. And you guys talked about couch co-op and some of the joys that brings, like playing with people. And Skull and Bones is a cross-platform multiplayer game, and co-op is a big pillar of that. So you can play with up to 2 friends, create your own fleet. There's PvE, PvP experiences, and you can complete all the contracts in co-op, and we removed a lot of the frictions for making new friends. For example, if you find a mission or a situation is too challenging, we have a feature that you can call for help for anyone in the server, and it
oh,
allows you to really seamlessly get into groups and experience this world, each with your own ship, which is a really cool aspect to the game.
yeah. I saw in the trailer that is nautical leviathans are one of my most favorite things ever, and to know that I can call in friends for help is really cool. Now, last question here. Uh, Closed beta is coming, right? What can players expect, and how can they access it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're incredibly excited about our closed beta coming the 15th through 18th of December, and you'll get to experience, in 6 hours what it's like to rise from an outcast on your way to a pirate captain. And so, in this 6-hour playthrough, there'll be actually 3 different points in progression where you can see. You'll receive participation awards that we're working with, and obviously for more information, please go to skullandbonesgame.com. And Ubisoft is sending out invites to players for this opportunity, and so it'll be a great chance to get hands on, join up with friends, and we can't wait to see how people are engaging with the community.
Oh,
Can't
invites
wait
are
to
going
play it
out.
on
Hey,
stream.
listen, I'm gonna send you my email for that invite. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, Nevin. Where can chat keep up with you?
Sorry.
Where can chat keep up with you? Where can our chat follow you or keep up with the updates or anything like that?
Oh, Discord's probably the best.
Okay.
I'll shoot you over my details, but yeah, I mean that's where we're really engaging with a lot of our community as well, and it's been an incredibly rewarding experience for us. And we keep talking about going on this journey with the community. That's something that we're going to continue to invest in post launch as well.
Awesome.
Thanks so
Thank you
much for your
again
time,
so
Nevin.
much, Nevin. And congratulations again on setting that release date.
Awesome. Yeah, very happy about it.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
Well, next we have more coming up here. We're going to talk about some of the awards that they gave out tonight at the Game Awards. And joining us, we have Crusader. Hi, Crusader.
Hello.
Hi guys, nice to see you. Meet you.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Oh
How
wow,
are
I like
you?
your necklace. That's tough.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do like my jewelry. The dragons and all
Well,
that.
welcome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
thank you for
Um,
joining us.
yeah, no problem. I'm excited to be here. I always love watching the Game Awards, so
Yeah.
it's a really good
So
time.
sorry, there might be like a little bit of a delay so if I'm like talking over you, my bad.
Oh,
But
no,
I
you're good.
want to know, what were some of your favorite moments tonight?
Oh, I was really excited to see Baldur's Gate 3 take home the game of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love Baldur's Gate. I'm a big
Yes.
D&D nerd, so like I haven't finished Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate 3 yet because I'm doing a multiplayer playthrough. Otherwise, I'd probably have played it like
Thank
3 or
you.
4 times now.
Oh my God.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah,
It's
it's
so hard getting everyone
good.
together.
My dad raised me to be a little D&D nerd, so like I was really excited for Baldur's Gate. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of other games that I saw that were really exciting, so that's always really cool. My birthday's next week, and that the God of War
Yay.
DLC is dropping, so like I'm gonna
Yep.
enjoy that a lot.
Ooh, happy early birthday, my winter child. And you know what?
Thank
Before we
you.
get into the awards, I just want to know, what class do you usually play?
I tend to go Ranger. Not gonna lie,
Okay.
yeah, there's something with animal talking and stuff. It's just like I
Mm.
really like it. Plus, like I just like using the longbow most of the time, so it's like
Good choice.
that and
Let's get
Elven.
to the
But I
real
saw there was a
important question though. Who are
Dragonborn,
you
so I had to roll
romancing?
that. Yeah, right.
That's right, Will. Who are you romancing?
Your
And does
romance
Astarion
option.
hate you too? And is Shadowheart mean to you? Because what the heck, man? Well, like, I
Yeah,
don't understand.
Shadowheart hates me too, dude.
Right?
Astarion is actually like in love with my friend's character right now, which he like was not trying to do at all. So that was this. We all the rest of us tried to romance him, and it just did not work out. So it was like really ironic that he got it.
Yeah.
So
And
who
then
are you
also,
romancing though?
yeah, who are you romancing?
I've forgotten his name because it's been a month since I've played.
Okay,
Turns
it's a
into a
bad
bear.
romance.
Yeah,
Oh,
one of those. It's
yeah,
one of
you
those.
say no
He
more.
turns into
Say
a
no
bear.
more.
It's him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's favorite. Absolutely.
Yeah, he seems
Um,
to be like fancying my Dragonborn for some reason, so we're
Got
makes
just
it.
sense.
going
That
down that
tracks.
route.
That tracks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, when I go up to Shadowheart, she literally just goes, "What?" I'm like, "All right, whatever. I'm just gonna go over here then."
Sounds about right.
So we got you here today because we want to discuss a bunch of the winners with you. And the first category that I want to get your opinion on is best fighting, and the nominees were God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and of course Street Fighter 6. And Street Fighter 6 did take it home. What are your thoughts?
I'm honestly, I don't play too many fighting games because I'm one of those people that still plays Super Smash Brothers Melee on my
No
GameCube
shame
and
in that.
everything. Right.
Mhm.
But I watch a lot of my buddies play Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1, and they were really pumped about it. So I was not surprised that Street Fighter 6 ended up taking it home. So
It's a good
Yeah,
classic.
I
Yeah.
love fighting games, and I think that this was a 2-horse race between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I thought they were both
Yeah.
excellent games, but ultimately, I think Street Fighter just felt like a better realized game, and there was so much to dig into with building your own character and like the kind of like weird streets of rage, walking around like a metropolitan city and beating the crap out of everybody and having that be an option, and then just the competitive aspect of it with the different control schemes that they allowed you to dial into, so that if you were new to the game, you could try out competitive, and then with the scaled damage, moving up to mastering the higher levels with the old control scheme was just so fun. And I played modern Zangief, which basically mean I just had to press one button to pile drive people, and that was phenomenal. But it was just such a well realized fighting game, and I'm very happy it won.
I think I when I gave it a try, I think did I fight a refrigerator? I mean, their custom character design is wild. Like, I'm not really sure if this
I
is
made
like
some
a
monsters.
like a fever dream. What the hell did I just fight?
I made some ghouls.
Let's move forward on to best multiplayer, and of course the nominees. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And of course, the winner was Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, you can't go wrong with I mean, it was a near sweep this whole entire show. But I will say, look, Party Animals is fun as hell.
It
It's
is really
fun
fun
as hell. Mhm.
Yeah.
I've
I still
lost
enjoy
many
playing that game.
friendships.
Yes, a lot of betrayal. Well, there's a lot of betrayal in Baldur's Gate 3 multiplayer too, though, to be fair. I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally like knocked an arrow at my friends because they're like right on top of the enemy.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use AoE stuff around my friends anymore.
I've been force pushed off a cliff or two by my friends.
That was me. I do that to people all the time. I'm not even sorry about it. We have to do what we
One
gotta
of the
do, man.
benefits of force pushing being one of those extra action buttons.
Mhm. And then of course there was best debut indie game. The nominees were Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. The winner was Cocoon. Have you played Cocoon, Will?
Cocoon is one of the games that I actually haven't tried yet. I've heard great things, but now that it's won, best new indie game, I got to give it a try. But yeah, I think that was one of the bigger surprises of the night was Cocoon winning. So now I definitely got to give it a dance, a shake.
Yeah. How about you, Crusader? Did you play it yet?
I have not. No, my buddy says it's really good. And my buddy was really banking on Pizza Tower there for a bit too, and Venba.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good options up there, it sounds like.
That's right. We had Gonzo there too. I just saw the clip.
Yeah, Pizza Tower was excellent. If you ever played the old Game Boy Super Wario World, not Mario,
Okay.
but Wario's
Uh-huh.
title, it's
Oh,
actually kind of an
yeah.
homage to that gameplay where instead of jumping on the tiny little Goombas, you shoulder charge them. And that kind of really frantic, fast gameplay was really dialed up and put into Pizza Tower. So Pizza Tower, definitely worth a play if you haven't played it yet.
Gotcha.
And then of course, we have best mobile game. The nominees were Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Honkai Star Rail, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, which got massive cheers. And of course, Monster Hunter Now and Terra Nil. Honkai Star Rail took home the win.
Yeah,
I
all
mean, I
my
have
friends who are gacha gamers can't get enough of Honkai, so I wasn't surprised when it won. Are you doing any mobile gaming? Either of you?
I do a little bit. That I do more like comic reading than anything, but I played
Okay.
that Clash Royale the other day and that was really fun. So I'm not gonna lie, that's definitely added onto my list now
Yep.
of games to play. Yeah.
Have you tried Brawl Stars?
I did play that the other day too. That was fun.
Brawl Stars, and
I've
then the
played
other
it,
one
yeah.
that's really great is Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap is just a really
Yes.
fun card game if
My
you've never
buddy
tried
plays Marvel Snap. Anytime we're hanging out, he's got it going on his phone.
it. Oh yeah.
I am not allowed to play mobile games anymore because I have no self-control over my money. But I did play
I
Hello
gotcha.
Kitty Island Adventure, and I'm saying, yo, they were robbed, okay? They were robbed. All right? That game is so damn cute. And I was one of the people that was cheering really loud. But it's okay. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I got you and I love you. Once again, Google Play has created the new Play More Award to give more love to mobile gaming on the biggest gaming night of the year, which was tonight, the Game Awards. Now, during the Game Awards Twitch stream, they asked the Twitch community to vote for the mobile game that they are most excited to see come to mobile next year. Stick around to find out. And it turns out that nearly half the globe plays mobile games. I mean, that means there's a lot of people who can control their spending. But at the Game Awards tonight, we only had one mobile category, and that's why Google Play partnered with Twitch to create this Mobile Community Award. And while the show was live, you guys at home voted for the mobile game you are most excited to play in 2024.
Chat, we're going to take a look at all of the nominees. Let us know who you think won. First nominee is Age of Empires.
Oh, and Game Fact, Age of Empires covers the events between the Stone Age and the Classical period in Europe and Asia. Its expansion, The Rise of Rome, follows the formation and rise of the Roman Empire.
I've been playing Age of Empires for a long time. I mean, you want to talk about a game that's been around forever.
I am so embarrassed to admit that a huge majority of the historical facts that I know and education I have is you know, whatever. I'm not gonna be ashamed anymore. Whatever. You know what? It is what it is.
I don't know if that's a good place to learn that. Our next nominee is Call of Duty Warzone.
And Warzone features combat with up to 120 live players in a match on mobile. I've seen people stream this game, and how do y'all do that? How do you do everything so fast on such like a? Well, I mean, if you had
I
this
wonder
phone,
the
it's a bigger
same
screen.
thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
but-
how you guys do it, man. On this
The
screen,
secret is
yeah.
get a better phone. Get you a
Mhm.
fold, more
you go.
surface
Yeah.
area.
This
That's right.
every single phone should just come with my face in the background. That was the first
Yeah.
thing I did.
Our next nominee and truly the one I'm most excited about is Little Nightmares. I love this game.
I just played it for the first time recently.
It's incredible.
So good.
And Little Nightmares gameplay involves 3D platforming, puzzle solving, hiding, and running. And the controls have been really carefully redesigned for mobile for people like me. It's such a pretty game.
Yeah.
Yes.
I played another game where it's like you're this little character running around earlier this year, and I've come to realize that those are probably my most favorite kind of games to play now.
Have you played Inside or Limbo yet?
Limbo I have played a little bit. The one I was talking about was the Briar something King? Bramble King.
Ramble King. Gotta try it.
Bramble
yeah.
King was sick.
I've heard really good things about that game too.
I'll give it a dance. But first up, our last nominee in this category is Rainbow Six.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of Tom Clancy. It's competitive
Really?
multiplayer. Oh yeah. It's competitive multiplayer first-person shooter based on the Tom Clancy property.
It looks like it's a little bit like Breach.
Yeah.
Oh, ready to
speaking of
breach.
Breach.
There we go.
I played Breach a few times before. Hey, fun fact, did you guys know that people can vote you off their team on Breach if you're not doing good?
Oh no.
I didn't know, so that was a huge surprise for me. Pride.
Yeah, that's in there as a mechanic to make sure people don't AFK, but
Oh, that's what it's
I'm
used
sure
for?
you're
Because it
doing
wasn't
your-
used
I'm
like
sure
that
you're
for
doing your
me.
best. Yeah, I'm
Because
sure
I
you're
was
doing
on
your
my
best.
controller at all times.
Oh man.
They're probably confused. They probably voted for the wrong person. All right, up next we have the winner for the Play More Award.
And we've been waiting for this the whole night. The winner is Little Nightmares. Yay! I gotta
Let's
give this
go.
game a try now.
Oh,
And I know
Little
Will,
Nightmares.
you love it, right?
Little Nightmares is so good. Yeah, I believe the same developer made Inside and Limbo. I'm not sure, but all of them are kind of these really fun, linear almost like a top-down experience, but it's more like a 2D experience, and it's like a horror platformer, but it also has this really immersive world, really fun puzzles, and it's a game that was so fun to play on PC for me. That to be able to play it again, kind of as like a trip killer, for if I'm on a plane playing it on my phone, would be awesome. It's a game that has a bunch of little details that you can really dig into, and I'm really excited to play it on mobile.
Yeah. Thank you once again to Google Play for introducing the first ever Play More award during Twitch's live stream of this year's Game Awards, asking the Twitch community, you guys watching now at home, to vote on which mobile title they were most excited to play in 2024. And a huge, huge shout out to, and congratulations to Little Nightmares for winning this year. I know, like, I have to play it now. I mean, with Will vouching for it and with this win, I'm absolutely hyped to play this when it drops. You can pre-register for the game on the Google Play Store today and look out for special rewards once the game is released. And
All
Crusader,
right.
go on. This
Sorry,
delay
no, the
is
overlap is
punching
so
us in the
tough.
mouth, Will. Like I don't. I feel like a news. And back to you. What? Will now?
All right, Crusader, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you? You were awesome. And also, where can I get jewelry like that? I'm looking for a nice stack like that.
Yeah, I can let you guys know in the Discord later, but it's actually this
Nice.
is custom, so but it wasn't a bad price. It was like I know it was not. It was
Wow,
not
money
like
bags
anything.
over here.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
friend's friend was like, yeah, so it's not, I promise
Damn,
it's not like
Crusader
that.
just
But
flexed on me.
it's not. It was a good price. It was not like
No,
anything crazy.
I'm
But no,
kidding.
all my stuff is just Crusader. Super easy to find me everywhere. Like so, pretty active on everything. But yeah, thank you guys seriously for having me. It was a good little time here.
Awesome.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for joining
much
us,
for hanging out
Crusader.
with us.
Oh, where can everybody find you? Did you say that? I blacked out for a
I
second.
did. It's
Okay, great.
okay. I probably blinded
long
you
day.
with the reflection off that chain there for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sec
yeah.
right now.
All right. Thanks
you
for
so much,
stopping by.
Crusader.
See you guys. Have a
We'll
good
see
one.
you later. Is she
I blacked
like
out.
she is flexed? I know she flexed on us so hard. Like I've never felt so poor. Will.
Yeah. Be going,
right,
where can
everyone.
I get that necklace? She's like, you can't.
You
You
can't.
can't, Will now.
If you gotta ask, you can't get it. All right, guys. We're gonna talk about some more of the awards that they gave out tonight at the Game Awards, and we're gonna talk about let's talk about most anticipated, best esports athlete, best role playing, and best esports event. Listen, I was in Korea. We'll talk about that later. Let's talk about most
Okay.
anticipated first.
Okay.
Most anticipated.
I think I know where
game,
you
we
were
have-
going with that, and I'm ready for
yeah,
it.
dude. I mean, come on. So most anticipated nominees were Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hades 2, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. And of course, I screamed. I mean, come on. The winner was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, I think a case can be made for Hades too. I know a lot of people were screaming for
Yes,
Hades, but
yes.
ultimately, it's hard to compete with Final Fantasy VII. And I'm a giant Final Fantasy VII fan, and I played the remake, and I was so pleasantly surprised. I had such a fun, immersive experience. I actually played it on my Steam Deck, and it was like my travel game, and I had so much fun with it. And I'm so excited to see where we go from here.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Final Fantasy VII fan. Also, it is hard to compete. I mean, you've got decades and so many fans of Final Fantasy VII, but I will say I was at first screaming for Hades 2 because I got into Hades a little bit later than everyone and fell in love with it. A flight to Japan, 17 hours, did not sleep a wink because I started Hades. So I was torn between the two. Both absolutely deserved it. And the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I mean, that trailer that they. I'm not saying that I paused on Sephiroth for a good 3 hours.
But you did. You did.
But I did. I did. Congratulations once again to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now,
I'm gonna let you handle this next category all on
Listen,
yourself. You're ready to
y'all,
pop off.
Best Esports Athlete. The nominees were. I'm not going to say all their names because their names are long, but the nominees were Faker, Zaiwu, Demon 1, Hydra, Ruler, and Imperial Hell. I was in Korea for Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Speak on it.
oh, I'm sorry. The winner was Faker. Y'all, the way that Faker is treated out there, this man had billboards. This man had life-size cardboard cutouts. This man is not human. Like it's just unreal how he plays. Worlds was insane. Watching him play was wild. And I mean the story building behind his career itself was just so remarkable. So Faker did take it home. I mean, the things that I heard about, I mean, we hung out with some T1 folks out there, and the stories that I hear about Faker, this is a well-deserved win. And of course, a huge congratulations to Faker on, I mean, it's a huge year for him.
I think that one was my stone cold lock of the night. So yeah, Faker, big win, obvious win, deserved win.
Yeah, and like watching him play just makes me realize I should sell all my consoles and my PC, because what the hell am I doing? Now, and then of course tying into that, best esports event, the nominees were 2023 League of Legends World Championship, Blast.tv Paris Major 2023, Evo 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships 2023, and of course Valorant Champions 2023, and the winner was 2023 League of Legends Worlds Championship. Listen.
Yeah.
New Jeans was there.
Yeah, you
I
know,
don't want to say anything else.
I think ultimately League of Legends Worlds this year was probably, you know, I don't want to say that it'll be the last great Worlds, but I think Doublelift put it pretty succinctly with the way that esports is changing and the amount of money that is being put into esports, particularly League of Legends. I don't know if we'll ever see one of that scale again. Maybe I'm wrong, but to have Faker really cement his legacy with one last win and to have that event be so impactful, I think it was well deserved, and maybe the last time we see League of Legends take it, but a fitting end to an amazing esports legacy, and maybe just the beginning of another chapter, but it really felt like a great event.
I stayed up till like 5 a.m. watching that. It was incredible. Now let's talk about best RPG.
Oh yeah.
And the nominees were Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield. And once again, the winner was Baldur's Gate 3.
We've kind of beat the Baldur's Gate 3 fandom and glazing to death, and rightly so, but because we've talked so much about Baldur's Gate, I'd like to talk about another one of the games in this category that I think any other year probably would have won. Final Fantasy 16 was incredible. I got to play it early. I got to meet the team. I got to talk to Ben Starr, the guy who voiced the main character, and hang out with him. And I got to actually play this game with Kenny Omega, who's a Final Fantasy mega fan. And it's just awesome. It's such a sweet new direction for Final Fantasy. I don't know if there's any Final Fantasy fans in the chat, or if you're a Final Fantasy fan. I know you are, though. I just don't know if you're a Sephiroth fan or if that fandom extends to the rest of the universe. But Final Fantasy 16 just felt like Final Fantasy was on one train track and Game of Thrones was on another, and it was this unholy collision, and we got this way more adult, gritty version of a game that I've been playing since I was a gleam in my father's eye. And it was just such a wonderful experience.
That was the convincing that I needed, because I haven't picked up a Final Fantasy since X2, because I was one of those old, like, super like, it's just not the same as the old ones. So I've been wanting something to bring me back to Final Fantasy. So that was pretty convincing, and I might give it a try now. I really also want to try Lies of P. I've heard incredible things about that game. The premise of it is dope. Like, it's such a unique game.
Yeah, Battle Pinocchio. Hot,
yeah,
dangerous Pinocchio.
And then I've been hearing a lot about Sea of Stars. A lot of people have been recommending it to me, and even my agents like texted me one day, he's like, "You got to play Sea of Stars." So I definitely want to check that out. And congratulations to Baldur's Gate 3 on yet another win. Of course, once again, Google Play just introduced the first ever Play More award during Twitch's live stream of this year's Game Awards, asking the Twitch community to vote on which mobile title they were most excited to play for 2024. So shout out again to Little Nightmares for winning this year. I
Can't
definitely
wait to play it on my phone.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we gotta take matching photos for
Yeah. This phone is dangerous.
in
The
our-
screen is so big that I could like leak what's happening on my computer. Look at that. You can see my dashboard.
Wait, stop. You can pre-register for the game on the Play Store today, and also stay tuned for special rewards once the game is released. I see hashtag Team Sephiroth in chat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks so much to Google Play for sponsoring that award and this show. Thanks again, Google Play.
And we said Google was looking to give more love to mobile gaming on the biggest night of the year, and they went as big as Sphere itself, which is wild to see. And there is really more room to play on the Samsung. It fits my whole entire face on here. There really is more room to play on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. Did I just leak anything on my computer? That unfolded screen like this not only makes my face look really good, but it's actually really, really good for gaming. And now I can stop that fingering and hitting wrong buttons. And we're about
All
to
right.
wrap it up here, but I mean, now that we've gotten all the important things out of the way, Will,
Yeah.
what would you think about the show tonight, sweetie?
I loved it. I think that ultimately the Game Awards is a show for nerds like myself. And the thing about nerds that I love is that we're opinionated. And the thing that I hate about nerds is that we're opinionated. And ultimately, I think that's going to be the Game Awards for everybody every year, right? If your game was there, if what you were looking out for was there, you're like, juice, yes, unreal. I am excited. For me, a Hideo Kojima game, a free God of War game, more about Final Fantasy. I'm satisfied. That's my beat. But for a lot of people, they were like, where's Titanfall? Where's the Baldur's Gate 3, expansion? Where's that? So it can't be everything for everyone, but I'm excited with what I got, and particularly the Sega stuff. I'm ready. Dreamcast, best console of all time. Don't at me. I don't care. But that's my shit. So I am ready to get back into Jet Set Radio. I'm ready to get back into Crazy Taxi. I'm ready to get into Golden Axe. These are games that I played with my friends when I was a sweaty, pimple-faced little teen in my basement, and I'm ready to be an adult, sweaty, pimple-faced man playing these on the computer with my friends.
No longer in the basement, though.
No longer in the basement. What about you?
You know what? I mean, I've already said all the things that I'm so excited about. That Kojima announcement, I sweated through this shirt and I had to wear I literally have the second shirt over there because I was screaming so hard. And all the wins for Baldur's Gate because I'm such a huge fan. And I'm really glad that Zelda took home an award also for best action adventure game. But you know what? There was a bittersweet or a very sweet moment that made my heart so happy during the awards show was the symphony or the orchestra that was playing a Nobuo Uematsu song, and he's made such legendary music for all the old Final Fantasies. So to hear his name, to hear the love for him again, really touched the spot in my heart, and it made me so damn happy. But a lot of my favorites won. Oh yeah, and of course chat. And I actually said this during pre-production. The flute guy during the symphony, I had no idea. I saw him and I was like, "Who is that god of a man? And what the hell is he playing?" And Will just yells, what is it, Will?
He is the guy who worked with Hans Zimmer to do all the woodwind instruments on Dune.
Oh, wait, really?
I'm 90% sure it was the same guy. Yeah.
We're gonna have to Google it.
I didn't get a total close up, but I think that was he.
Yeah. Well, it was what is it? Production. It was like a bass flute, which I didn't even know.
Yeah, oh yeah. He was playing.
Yeah,
He was
contra
sawing
bass
on a
flute.
contrabass flute. Yeah, oh yeah.
That sounds like a video game in itself. Contra bass flute.
It sounds like a mech game.
Yeah.
Contrabass flute.
I didn't even know that instrument slash weapon existed, so that was really cool. And he was going at
A
it,
weapon to
dude.
surpass Metal Gear. The contrabass flute.
He was going at it and having the time of his life. So that was really cool to see. And then of course we had Gonzo, which was really cute, and a little chicken puppet, just chasing each other off the screen. It was adorable. I think this game award was so fun to watch, and it was so damn exciting, and it was very well put together. So congratulations to Jeff and the cast and crew and everyone behind the scenes for making this happen. It was a damn good show.
Absolutely right, Gina. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. I'm Will Neff. You can catch me at all things labeled Will Neff and here on this very same platform on the channel by the very same name. Hey now. Thanks for joining us tonight. And I was joined by the lovely, the incredible, one of my favorite people in the world and definitely on the platform, Miss Gina Darling. Please give them your socials as well.
Everyone, I am Gina Darling. Thank you so much for watching me or watching us. And you can find me anywhere here with this social down here. I also stream on Twitch and always screaming and yelling about video game stuff on Twitter. And I am so happy to be able to do this with you, Will, my dear Will, Billy Nosh here, my very good friend, and I adore you to pieces. And thank you so much, Video Game Awards and Twitch, for having us do the official post-stream discussion. Everyone in chat, thanks for watching. We love you. Drink your water and be good. Don't talk to strangers. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Good night.